And we are back on the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. We've got a few more listings now. We're giving you all of your real estate news, what's going on in 2022, where the market's going, where are the interest rates. Really quick, I want to mention a couple of great communities coming up. I've got one in Lake Apopka, brand new lakefront homes starting in the 800s on oversized home sites, and then 400s off the water. DeLand, Victoria Park. I've got lifestyle community with 3 pools, clubhouses, fitness centers, tennis, volleyball, pickleball. I've got one of our Leapfrog owners in there, bought his house. He went to contract, I think, at $270. By the time they closed, it was worth $300. The prices are in the 300s now, but that's a great community for North Central Florida. But any of these new homes you want to take a look at, give me a call. I've got the connections to find you what's new and what's coming up in Central Florida. If you want a brand new home, we'll find you your dream home. I've also got one in Harmony. That east side of St. Cloud, Bruce, is exploding. That whole route out 192 used to be Harmony. There was nothing there. You left St. Cloud, you got off Narcoossee on 192, you turned left, you drove for 15 minutes, saw nothing. There's an old serpentarium museum. I actually want to stop into that snake. There's a serpentarium there, a little snake display there. I want to stop in there and see those snakes, but I never have. But there are 20 new communities along that strip there. This house in Harmony is 2,200 square feet, fresh paint inside and out, fresh carpet. At 300 and I believe we're at 355 on that one. 355,000. Great house, master downstairs. No work needed. Move right in. Call me if you need to look at any of those. You're thinking about a new home. 407-352-8118.
Yeah, if you have any questions for the Lone Ranger, feel free to give me a call at 407-250-9144. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the market in terms of interest rates. So we all know that interest rates are going up. So don't be shocked when you call and the interest rates aren't still in the
Where's my 2.99%?
Right, I had a client call me and said 1.9, and I'm like, 1.9?
That was gone a year ago on a 15, yeah.
We're not doing adjustable rate mortgages right now. It's still a fixed rate market, and interest rates are still very attractive, but they are going up. So my listeners on this show are sharp, so you know they're going up. Just don't be sharp and a procrastinator at the same time. If you're sharp, call me now so I can get you refinanced into a better rate, or consolidate, or convert to a 15-year. Just go to webringyouhome.com or call me at 407-250-9144. Now, there's a couple things that I think are super important that everybody's aware of right now. First of all, if you bought a home last year, you better file homestead. If you don't file homestead, you're going to be sadly disappointed. Also, I don't know about you, but I saw a sharp increase in my homeowner's insurance this year.
Oh, like homeowner's insurance has been a thorn in my side the past couple of months.
It was crazy. My insurance on my house, they jacked it up $2,000 per year. So, of course, I'm back out shopping right now.
On a double wide?
Yeah, on a double wide. It's on my double wide.
No, I was actually raising heck with John Tankersley about that, and he's just up against, they are getting slammed by all these roof claims and
you think these roof claims, because these roofers will they're like public adjusters.
I'm sorry, you need to finish your thoughts, sir?
Well, I did, but
go ahead.
yes, let me digress. You got
sorry,
somebody with ADD as bad as I do. I'm worse than a squirrel. Okay. So, we want to talk about some really cool things that are happening. HUD, FHA, increased the FHA limit to $420,680. That means for about $438,000, you can put 3.5% down and have marginal credit at best. Great opportunity for you to get into the market. Now, conventional loans went up to $647,200. So that puts you into about a $668,000 house with minimum down, like 5% down. So you don't even have to go into the jumbo arena like that. It's actually
above 700. You wouldn't want to.
It's a huge opportunity for you. Huge opportunity. Now, if you are a first-time home buyer, you've been hearing me preach that this is the year I want to break my record for helping the most first-time home buyers. And first-time home buyers can be a real challenge, not only because most of them don't have the depth of credit, a lot of money saved, and usually they have a few more challenges along the way, right? But they have an additional challenge right now, and that is the prices are getting out of their reach, and their income is not matching what the cost of houses have gone up.
Well, that's why it's important they call you and see where they stand.
But here's something that's really freaking me out right now that scares me for the first-time home buyer and should scare you too. Rents went up 20% last year nationally.
Yep.
They're going to go up another 20%. It's all over the news, guys.
Yeah.
Rents are going to go up. So if you have adult children, or you are a renter, or you have adult grandchildren that are renting, and you don't want them moving back in with you, with their kids and their pets, then help them. I will show you how you can give a gift of down payment to help them become a homeowner, and the Loan Arranger will make sure we take great care of them and get them into a house with Cleve and his team and a great mortgage so they can afford all the payments. Call me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or go directly to my website at webringyouhome.com. You know, Cleve, there's one other thing that I really need our listeners to help me with. I have a YouTube channel, and if you want to see Cleve and I on this show, we record this show on
subscribe
video,
to it on YouTube,
and you can go to Bruce Woodburn, The Loan Arranger YouTube channel, and just go to that and hit subscribe. It's not going to spam you on stuff. It's not going to email you a bunch of stuff, but it helps move me up in the rankings on YouTube. And I'm trying to get as high as possible. So if you can go to Bruce Woodburn, The Loan Arranger YouTube, and click on subscribe to my channel, I would be so appreciative of all of you for helping me out with that.
And Bruce, talking about, I mean, it's important that first-time buyers call you or go to We Bring You Home and get the process started, and I can help them start looking once you get them fast-tracked or talk to them. And average price on a house, and this is the I-4 corridor from Daytona over to Tampa, including Central Florida, average price went from about $330 to $385.
Okay.
50 grand.
50 grand.
I mean, that's the average.
In 1 year.
In 1 year. And it's just, that's going to keep going. And I mean, even if it's only 15%, that's a chunk of change.
That's it. That's
10%.
Appreciation that it's not going to be sustainable for a long period of time, but I don't see it going down anytime real soon because of inflation. But your interest rates are going to go up too. They're going to go up along with it. So keep an eye on that and get into something now if you can. There's no reason to pay rent when you could have bought a home and made $50,000 on it in 1 year. And oftentimes that might be 50% of the household income. Maybe even more than 50% of the household income that you could make, and you have to have a place to live anyway. Right? It's the goose that laid the golden egg. You don't have to do anything. It just keeps making you money.
2021 was a record sales number for homes sold in the nation. And 2022 they're expecting to be right close to it. Might not be record, mainly because of low inventory. If there was more inventory, more people would buy more sales. But with the prices rising, less people can afford it. People are a little more cautious, and it's just home ownership. I can't say enough about it. I wish I kept my first two houses I bought. I'd be well on my way to the Leapfrog program, but you taught me that a little while ago.
Well, okay, so now a couple other things that I want to cover today that's super important that we understand in the market. We know interest rates are rising. They're going to continue to rise. We don't know where that's going to end, but they're still attractive. I mean, you can still get rates in the 3s. You can do 15 years in the high 2s. So the rates are still available. Don't wait too much longer. If you haven't locked in a rate yet, call the Loan Arranger and get a quote from me at 407-250-9144. Don't forget to file homestead exemption. If you bought new construction and you got a little surprise from your tax collector and your payment went up $300, $400, $500 a month because the mortgage company you closed with did not collect enough escrows, then call me. I will help you settle that out, refinance it, and get everything so that it is consistent and it's correct. Otherwise, if you got an escrow shortage, it can really affect.
It'll literally double the first year.
It
can go up $800.
The shortage, and they have to
enough for the year next.
For the next years. So, and that's happening to a lot of folks out there right now. If you want to buck your landlord and get the heck out of renting, give us a call at 407-250-9144 or call Cleve at 407-352-8118.
You mentioned homestead, and the reason you file for homestead is you're allowed in Florida, when that's your homestead, where that's the one house you live in most of the year, more than 6 months, that house they can't raise the tax bill on you. So if your
More than
neighbors
3%.
more than 3% per year, and it really is a big savings. And then even when you sell that home, they got the Portability Act. You take that's saving you $1,000, $2,000 a year.
Absolutely.
You take that with you to the next home. There's a formula for that. So it's very important you file for that. Now, if you have another home somewhere else and you live there more than 6 months, you can't do that. They do have homestead police.
Yes, they
but
do.
If you're a first-time buyer,
don't cheat on that. Do the right thing.
I just had a buyer call me, one of my clients, and they had bought a home from an investor, and their escrows were correct, but then after they filed for homestead, their taxes dropped. Their payment went down $70 a month.
Yeah,
so
that can absolutely happen. Now, I want to tell you about another builder that I work with. You guys hear me talk about Hanover Family Builders, best family builder in town. Now, that company has recently sold and is now Land C Homes. Land C Homes bottom. Great group of folks. I'm really looking forward to working with them. I am still the lender, the approved lender for that company. They're still operating under Hanover right now, but the company sold. And I'm super excited about it. If you have any questions about Land C Homes, give me a call at 407-250-9144. I understand they're great folks, and I'm really excited about working with them. So give me a call if you have any questions about their communities and what they offer. Most all their communities are offering substantial closing costs by using the loan arranger at CrossCountry Mortgage. Call me at 407-250-9144. or my website and application at WeBringYouHome.com. I'll connect you with them and one of their great communities.
All right. And I've got something else going on right now, Bruce, tax time starting.
Yes.
So we could have some buyers getting a big fat tax refund. That could be part of their down payment.
Absolutely, it can.
We've also got the self-employed people. If you're thinking you need to buy a house this year, before you file those taxes,
Let me take a look.
Call Bruce, and actually you're going to do that with mine because we're doing some mortgage planning on my portfolio, my real estate portfolio. You're going to check mine out and make sure that everything looks good to get done what I want to get done.
Before you actually hit the send button, you let me take a look at it. I'll let you know if everything looks okay, because once you file it, you can't fix it, okay? And all of you self-employed people that are listening to this show out there right now, and you call me up, and the first thing out of your mouth is, Bruce, I just need to explain something to you. I got a really good CPA. Yeah. You know what that means to me? You make good money, you have good money, you got good credit, you're not paying any taxes.
You're writing off too much stuff, yeah.
Right? So you may qualify for a bank statement program where you can leave your tax returns at home. Those are not quite as attractive as they once were a couple of years ago, but they still will work for many of you. But if you want a great mortgage and you want somebody to evaluate your previous taxes so that we can keep you in line for making the income you need to buy or refinance, call me. I'll be happy to look at those for you and give you some guidance so that you can make any corrections before you file your taxes. 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. For Cleve Loveland, you can reach him at 407-352-8118. The best real estate agent in town, 407-352-8118. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report, Loan Arranger Radio.